two titans, two legacies, one battle that has defined pop culture for decades. Marvel and DC, names that evoke passion, loyalty, and endless debate. But which comic book giant truly dominates the silver screen? This isn't just about superheroes, it's about storytelling, strategy, and the fight for cinematic supremacy. By the end of this video, you'll decide, Marvel or DC, who wins the ultimate comic book movie battle. Let's dive in. To understand the battle, we must go back to the beginning. Marvel and DC didn't start as rivals. They were pioneers in a fledgling industry. DC Comics, founded in 1934, introduced the world to Superman in 1938, the first superhero. Marvel, then known as Timely Comics, responded with Captain America in 1941. But the real rivalry began decades later, when both brands realized the untapped potential of the big screen. DC struck first with Richard Donner's Superman in 1978, a groundbreaking film that proved superhero movies could be both epic and emotional. Then came Tim Burton's Batman in 1989, a darker, grittier take that redefined the genre. But Marvel, they were still finding their footing. While DC dominated the 80s and 90s, Marvel was quietly building its universe on the pages of comics. But everything changed in the early 2000s. Marvel made a move that would shake the foundations of Hollywood forever. What exactly was it? Stick around. This is where the battle gets intense. In 2008, Marvel Studios took a risk that would change the game forever. They released Iron Man, a film that not only launched the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but also redefined how we experience superhero stories. With Robert Downey Jr.'s charismatic performance and a post-credits tease of a larger universe, Marvel planted the seeds for something unprecedented. Marvel's strategy was genius: interconnected stories, character-driven narratives, and a balance of humor and heart. By the time the Avengers hit theaters in 2012, Marvel wasn't just making movies, they were crafting a cultural phenomenon, but DC wasn't about to sit back and watch. DC responded with Man of Steel in 2013, a bold, somber take on Superman, but their approach was different, darker, more divisive. While Marvel focused on building a cohesive universe, DC struggled to find its identity. Films like Batman v Superman and Justice League divided fans despite moments of brilliance. Marvel's success wasn't just about good movies. It was about timing, vision, and a deep understanding of their audience. DC, on the other hand, faced internal conflicts and rushed decisions. But here's the twist. DC wasn't done fighting back. Just when it seemed Marvel had won, DC unleashed a secret weapon that would turn the tide. What was it? You won't believe what happened next. In 2019, DC proved they could still innovate with Joker, a gritty, standalone masterpiece that earned over $1 billion and an Oscar for Joaquin Phoenix. Then came The Batman in 2022, a grounded, detective-driven story that reminded us why The Dark Knight is timeless. DC was no longer chasing Marvel. They were carving their own path. Meanwhile, Marvel faced its own challenges. After the emotional high of Avengers Endgame, some fans felt the MCU was losing its way. Too many shows, too many characters. Was Marvel stretching itself too thin? DC, on the other hand, embraced diversity in storytelling, from the multiverse madness of The Flash to the horror-tinged Swamp Thing. The battle isn't over. Marvel is doubling down with Avengers, Secret Wars, while DC is rebooting under James Gunn's leadership with Superman, Legacy. The question isn't just who's winning now, it's who will dominate the next decade. But here's the real kicker. The winner of this battle isn't Marvel or DC, it's us, the fans. Because when these two giants compete, we get unforgettable stories, iconic characters, and a legacy that will last forever. So, who do you think wins the comic book movie battle, Marvel or DC? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, keep watching, keep debating, and remember, the best stories are the ones that inspire us to be heroes in our own lives.